I said, no, seriously, what have I got? He says, you have got Tourette's. I said, holy fucking hell. What the hell is that? So I Googled it. Is Google a man or a woman? Woman. Knows everything and tells you what to do. So I looked it up. It said, socially unacceptable behavior, voice utterances, and body twitches. That's fucking bullshit. I come from Toronto, Did you watch the Blue Jays, the first opener? I'm sure those third base coaches all have Tourette's. You see them? Oh. Those are not signals. Those are guys that have Tourette's. I'm telling you. So, anyways, I said to my psychiatrist, look it. Tourette's comes with a triad. OCD, ADD, anxiety, and now we have a fourth problem. I'm delusional. I think I'm a comedian. Actually, I think you're all delusional that you actually have come in and want to hear about me. So mental health, Tourette's, comes with a bad behavior. Oh, fuck, have I ever had bad behavior? We had a school play. Between my twitching and my grunting, I was the lead role in The Exorcist. And I have used my Tourette's as an advantage. They called me for jury duty. I mean, I can't even sit still for 5 minutes. I wasn't going to be in jury duty. So I went up and I said to the judge, I sat on his knee. And I whispered in his ear, the cocksucker's guilty! I got out. They got a new term called Fitbitization. That's the use of Fitbits to, monitor your steps. I mean, I've done so many. I twitch so much. I've already done 10,000 steps before I wake up in the morning. I mean, if I had epilepsy, I'd probably have a six-pack. These are Tourette jokes, I mean, it takes a lot. Mental health is not good. It's not funny. But I'm trying to help by destigmatizing it. You know the difference between mental health and my ex-wife? Mental health sucks. So, doctor said to me, listen, you ever tried medical marijuana? I said, try it. I've been self-medicating since I was 15. For my 16th birthday, I got a bong and my hockey team was sponsored by Zigzag Rolling Papers. He said, no, actually, they're trying to talk me into microdosing. I mean, I'm 68 years old, so in the early 70s, I was experimenting. And LSD, MDA, magic mushrooms, to see how those roll off of my tongue. Well, anyways, if I started microdosing, well, first of all, we did them in large quantities. We'd walk around the forest talking to imaginary friends. And if I started microdosing, I'd probably OD on Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream. So, it's a mimicking disease, Tourette's. I don't know if you know that, but I can't even watch The Good Doctor. I get 8 new diseases. That's actually why I clean this thing, How was your trip to Kelowna? Oh, it was great. I was up after 6 comedians and came back with COVID. It was a hell of a lot of fun, but it was well worth it. So, everybody, I'm old. 68 years old. 2 favorite drinks, Metamucil and Ensure. I'm a grandfather. Thank God my granddaughter lives in Florida, because who says that being a grandfather equates to being a babysitter? I mean, I can't stand taking care of kids. Not even my own. Speaking of my kids have a terrible disease, a titleitis. They die if they don't go shopping. So, did I tell you that I see my psychiatrist? I mean, these guys, I don't know how many people see psychiatrists here, but these guys are crazy. They listen for 30 minutes, charge you for 45 minutes, and then that's why they all have coaches, so they can take a nap before they have to listen to the next crazy. But we're not crazy. Kelowna, I want to give a shout out to my friends here that have invited me to stay over at their house, and tomorrow we're going golfing. I love golfing. I try to make up my own stuff because there's not really a lot of, if you look up Tourette's in a joke book, there really isn't much to see. But one of my favorite golf jokes is that guy wakes up and he says to his wife, listen, I'm going to go play 9 holes. She says, I am so sick and tired of you and your 9 holes every day. We got to be at a luncheon at 12 o'clock. He says, I promise I'll just play 9 holes. So, goes to the golf club, plays 9 holes, shower, shave, has breakfast. It's 9:30. Lives 10 minutes from the golf course, he's coming home. Ladies with a flat tire. So he stops and he helps her, and he gets grease all over his hands. She says, listen, I just live in the condominium up over there. Would you mind coming up? You can wash up. So he went up. They had sex. I mean, considering how these guys talk, I could actually say what I usually say, but they had sex. And he looks at his watch and it's 11:45. Oh my God, so he comes tearing home and there she is in the driveway. Hey, where were you? Honestly, I played 9 holes, shower, shave, breakfast. On the way home, there was a lady with a flat tire. I changed it, got grease all over my hands. I went up to her condo and we had sex. She says, you played 18, didn't you? So, my name is Crazy with a K. All you have to do, like that was crazy today. Ash from Russian volcano blanketing Kelowna. True story. Well, comedy is about true story. You heard all these guys here talking about the Muslims. I love Muslims.
I don't. That's why I moved here.
Well, listen, you know what? I'd like to have sex with you. Because, you know, aside from... get up here. I'm not a virgin, no. I'd like to have sex with you so somebody can say to me, how was your trip to Kelowna? I go, aside from the Russian ash and the COVID, I had sex with a Muslim in a room that has a squash court in it. I've never been to a bloody comedy club. I mean, I do this talking all over the country, and I've never seen a squash court before. I mean, what happens if the comic's shitty? You open the drapes, you throw them down there, and then you take their balls and you start hitting them. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story about balls. You want to hear a story about balls? Okay, the story about balls is that I have a barrel sauna. And what happens, a barrel sauna is a cedar sauna that you put wood in, and it's very healthy for you. I have this guy over, he shaves his balls. I said, oh my God, what's going on? He says, everybody shaves their balls. I said, I don't think everybody shaves their balls. I definitely don't shave my balls, because I've got, first thing on baby aspirin, and I've got Tourette's. Can you imagine if I was down there shaving it, and all of a sudden I twitch? I'd fucking bleed to death. So we are talking about destigmatizing mental health. I have a podcast called What's in Your Toolbox, and I work with a number of the Canadian mental health associations. And the whole idea is to get people to understand that it's good to talk about it. I mean, you have Bell Let's Talk, you have all kinds of events going on, and you know, there's no stigma, there's nothing wrong with having mental health, and if we can help just one person, that makes it. And these nice people here have come here because they want to learn a little bit more about Tourette's, and so that's what my podcast is all about. And I want to thank Dave, and I want to thank all of you for having me here in Kelowna and letting me put a little bit of humor into a situation that's not so funny. Thank you very much.
Happy COVID, everybody! And I have some wonderful news. We raised over $1,000 for mental health, so give yourselves a hand. Thanks to all the comics. Thanks to Bobby. Thanks to our sponsor, Okanagan Dodge. Hopefully we see you again. We do this 5 shows a week, so we'll see you again soon. Good night.